I would like to thank all the organizers of this side event, and also I'm happy to participate with my colleagues of the human rights, the civil society in the United Nations. I would like to speak about the enforced displacement during this armed conflict, which is one of the clear evidence of what we witnessed. It was a total destruction of the system of protection to the civil population. More than 11 millions of displaced people in Sudan. It is the biggest crisis, and 4 millions now are living in neighboring countries. These displacement can be seen as important phenomenon. In many cases, these displacements constitute a direct consequences of the violations of international humanitarian law and human rights. The works of the African Union, when in the reports, help us, as mentioned by my colleagues, and during the mandate and the mission in the field mission, we can see that we have systematic directed violations, attacks against the civilians, killing, destroying, and also ethnic attacks against one. And sometimes many populations could not even run away to survive, but this displacement cannot make an end to their suffering, but it shows the intensity of the situation. This shows clearly that these people were attacked, and because they were weak population, we have also the large-scale use of sexual violence against these weak population. Our mission showed that they use some elements of impacting these dynamics of displacement, pushing people to run away, and the same population could not have free access to humanitarian. That's why these population could not benefit from no protection, and that these systematic attacks and that these mechanisms used can not only prove that these incidents happened, but they can also contribute to also show and who are the responsibles, and also to combat impunity. As mentioned before, we have these mechanisms, we have information, we have evidence, but the question is, how can we use all these elements to be used as an effective protection tools for these populations? How can these tools be used in any operational way? And also how we can use this information. These documents are important, but we need to have a follow-up and to do the protection in order to answer these priorities. That's why we have to implement 3 priorities. These 3 priorities are included in the reports of the UN Security Council. First is to protect human rights and humanitarian human rights, to stop all attacks against the civil. Second is to guarantee the access for these civilians, facilitating to them corridors in order to move freely. The third one is to reinforce all these mechanisms of protection, helping all the neighboring countries. I would like Mrs. the Moderator to say that what happened in Sudan is not a consequence of what happened, but it's a clear manifestation of a failure of a system of protection, and that our responsibility today, we are committed to document, to have documents, and also to react in order to help these population using African and UN mechanisms. We have now the facts, finding elements that are ready, but we have to follow up for the responsibility. Thank you so much.